So we had a comment made by somebody that just doesn't know what they're looking at, which is fine because the system's new and most people aren't going to know what they're looking at here. So they're like, okay, so the first light beacon is basically a super trend that's being marketed. And no, it's not. The super trend basically is created based off of ATR and then a multiplier of that ATR, right? So whatever the ATR is on this candle times whatever multiplier you put in the settings, which right here, this one is set to ATR was 10 with multiplier of 3, is going to print this line right here and then follow it down, right? So here's where the FLB actually shines when you're looking for it to be used as just directional bias, right? So right here is 10 a.m., okay? And you get a flip of super trend going down. So say you were to take that short on this momentum breaking through on this candle right here, and then your stop would be, I don't know, probably the super trend up here. And then we're looking for a 2-to-1 or something, or targeting whatever, right? That is obviously a loss, right? So where the FLB is going to shine is the zone right here never follows through, right? It doesn't follow price back down. So this in itself right here is going to keep me out of the trade 100%. And the reason it's not following it down because the FLB isn't mapping ATR plus a multiplier. The FLB is mapping the order flow and it's mapping the value. And that value is not following price dumping. So we know right then and there, FLB users know that this is just a false breakdown, and we're waiting for the buy, right? And the buy would be up in here. And then what we can do to make it even easier is turn on another zone. I'm going to turn off the super trend just to make it clear. And we've got we've got the set to the 45-minute candle. So this right here is mapping the value of the 45-minute candle, or we can change it to 2 hours or 1 hour or whatever you want. This one right here is the daily candle is what it is. And there is our perfect entry right there on the pullback, right? That's aligning with the daily candle. And I'm going to show you something, right? So we're going to actually replay that right there. And then we're going to turn on, there's our end cap. So this is the end cap that's being created off the 2-hour candle. We'll change it to a different color here so that we can see it better. And so there's your end cap off of the 2-hour candle. Why didn't it change color? Did I not select it? Nope. What I was doing. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're getting a rejection at the same time. So you could have taken this push up and then reject here and then scalp this to the zone up here. See that? Or you can come down here and take it, the momentum flip on this, or you could take both trades really. And then we're putting a stop there, and then we're going to target a 2-to-1. But the next zone is way up there, but I wouldn't try for that. That's too far away on a single day. And yeah, right about there. And then we're looking at something like this. So that's the difference between the first light beacon and the super trend. They're nothing alike. The super trend is it's just a basic ATR following thing that kind of creates like kind of structure. For long-term trends, yes, it works great for holding long-term trends, but we don't live in a long-term trend environment. We live in a choppy environment where price is constantly doing things. Like right here, this breaks down, like the beginning candle breaks up, breaks down. We know that this is a rotational day because of this right here, right? And if this comes up and stays below, but then we get this push up into here and this doesn't follow, we know that this is just a short squeeze, and then it dumps, right? So our entry is breaking down, coming up and retesting and dropping. And that's the difference between the super trend and the first light beacon.